Why Brexit is a Colossal Mistake by Sir John Major, former British Prime Minister.
I don't believe the European Union is perfect or anything like it. Because I negotiated the Maastricht Treaty, the 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗎𝗢𝗫 regards me as a significant Europhile. That's not actually true. I'm a very practical European. There's many things I don't like. But I look at the package and I say, are people in my country better off and safer if we were in the European Union than if we were outside? And I reached the conclusion that we were better off inside. And there is a wider dimension to this. There are three great power blocs in the world today. The United Kingdom is not one of them. There's America, there's China, and there's the European Union. Europe is going to face immense economic competition from both America and from China. It may face military and security problems with China. Is Europe better able to represent its people with the United Kingdom inside the European Union, making it stronger, or outside, making it weaker? I think not just us, but the whole of Europe is stronger with Britain in it. And when I look at the interests of my children and my grandchildren, I think their future is brighter if they're part of a really big bloc who could work with us if we were in difficulty. Suppose we had a socking great row with China. If Britain decided to put sanctions on China, China wouldn't be much bothered. If the European Union did, because we were being maltreated, they would feel quite differently about it. And it is those strategic issues that make me believe that we should be in Europe and that we have made a colossal mistake in leaving. I understand the sovereignty arguments, though many of them are more semantic than real, to be frank. No country, not even the United States, has pure sovereignty. Who has pure sovereignty in NATO, for example? We all sign up to NATO. Nobody complains about that. And yet we would give up a degree of military sovereignty in NATO, just as we give up a degree of economic sovereignty and political sovereignty in the European Union. It's a question of balancing what we give and what we may gain. And what we give is often frustrating and boring. And all the silly stories we had, completely untrue, about square bananas or straight bananas or whatever it was, the nonsense that was printed, and other bigger things, are irrelevant compared to the economic improvement of being in Europe. I wonder how many of the cuts we've had, or the shortage of resources for our public services, would not have happened but for the loss of GDP because we have left the European Union. I just wonder how much that is. And I would dearly love an accurate assessment. The OBR reckon it's heading towards 4%. That's an awful lot of money in terms of putting right the things wrong in the UK. In a challenging economic world and a potentially difficult political world, how much safer we are in a large bloc than alone, and how much more secure we would be in times of difficulty with friends we can hug closely, rather than people who may be less willing to come to the aid in difficulties of a country that entirely stands alone. Those are matters that are important for this generation and future generations, and I don't think they were given the weight they deserved in the referendum.
Thank you, Sir John. Those are very wise words, which I